too easy on him? What do you see him sentencing?
I got to tell you, in this case, I think the judge is going to go the opposite way. I think the judge is likely to bend over backwards to show everybody that the police officer is treated like anybody else, in this case, probably more harshly. The worst thing that could come out of this, especially with him having dodged murder, is for now the community to think the judge gave him special.
Okay, we have our own legal analyst joining us now, Bob Blazer, Johnny Griffin, both very well known in the legal community. Thank you both for joining us. Johnny, let's start with you. Involuntary manslaughter, what was your reaction? The jury reached this fairly quickly.
They reached it quickly, but I think that once the first-degree murder was taken off the table, that it really boiled down to the voluntary or involuntary, and the involuntary apparently was appropriate in light of what the jurors found to be the facts.
Johnny, let's talk about the difference between voluntary and involuntary manslaughter. With involuntary, my understanding is there is no actual intent here.
That's correct. And what you have here, basically the jury said, is that he engaged in the act and he was negligent. He made a mistake, and apparently they bought what he was selling, that is, that it was an accident.
And what would, in a jury's mind, be the difference between that was an accident and he's acquitted, that was an accident and he could now serve
that, if indeed that's what the defense was saying it was, has never happened before. It has never led to the death of somebody. Nobody's been shot because someone mistakenly took out their gun instead of their taser. So they certainly did not think that this was an accident.
So Ruth, my question for you is, who won, who lost? Can we break it down that simply? Is it that black and white?
Well, no, it's unfortunately not that simple. From the prosecutor's perspective, they assess the facts that they have in their office when they make a decision to charge. But a case can often be very different when it's presented to a jury. The jury ultimately has to make a decision.
Know the answer to that.
We're still waiting to hear from court. That's a very good question, Bob. We don't know yet what the jury decided on the enhancements and whether they found those to be true or false.
Now, both of you gentlemen, the word leaking out before the jury announces, I don't normally see this. Bob, does this usually happen?
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't actually. No. I'm very surprised that they haven't announced the entire verdict. That is very surprising, and unless they've already thrown out the enhancements, which I think is probably unlikely.
Yeah, I think we're still nailing that down to some degree, because the reporter in the courtroom also reported that the judge made it very clear, everyone get out now. They know that public safety could be an issue for the jurors and all the courtroom observers, and so once the verdict did become public, they really cleared that courtroom quickly.
Johnny, what's going to happen in the city of Oakland tonight? What would be your guess?
Well, there's going to be some type of reaction, and I'm hopeful that that reaction will be a calming reaction, that there will be more folks out there encouraging calm than there will be those folks out there encouraging disruption.